Is your bike a reflection of you?
Touch, it's so hot. Touch, it's so
I've never been on a bike which has made me feel unjust or unfair or bitchy or nasty, because those aren't elements of my character. But a different bike will bring out different parts of one.
touch, it's so hot. Touch, it's so hot.
Don't be fooled by the angelic whiteness, the virginal purity. What I am is a thug and a rascal. Well, I'm not. I've been thinking about the different way that I ride my bikes. And whether I choose my bikes that day for... This is what I was thinking. Do I choose my bike for that day depending on... on how I'm feeling that day? Or does my bike... Where can I put that? Because however I'm feeling, when I get on this, I feel like a little tussy. It's really weird. So I know that when I'm on the cafe racer, I feel like a rascal. I do. And I feel really naughty.
Come on, let's get it out. I could go on all day. You know it's true. I could take your love for a week or two. Boy, there's something fine.
But then I always feel naughty, and I am a rascal anyway. So it just sort of brings out those elements of me. Other bikes, I always feel naughty, but not necessarily that rascalness. If I'm on a sports bike or a super bike, I feel sort of stealthy, and I feel hidden, really, but maybe invisible, which sounds totally insane. Yeah, I'm not, but those are elements of my character anyway. I do often feel stealthy and invisible, especially if I want to do something. And I just don't sort of care. I just pretend that I'm invisible. Anyway, stop it. And I hope there's no psychiatrists watching this. But when I'm riding the cruiser, it's totally different. I feel like a real ruffian. The way that women sit like this, or like that, and the way that men sit like that. I can't even do it. This is actually a Victorian gentleman's chair. But you know the way that men sit like that, with that sort of glorious abandonment and, oh God, it's lovely. Women can't afford that vulnerability, so they sit like this. But I can, when I'm on the cruiser. So I'm low down on the road. I've got my legs wide open, got my arms wide. what's happened to these sleeves? I feel like a real toughie, and I've got that between my legs. That sort of rough power. And then it brings out this mean, not mean as a nasty, but sort of, I feel that I'm not 5'4" and 8 stone anymore. I feel that I'm 7 foot and 18 stone more. Do you know? It gives me this great, just makes me feel like a toughie. And if I hate bad manners, absolutely hate bad manners. And if anyone is behaving in a bad mannered way to me on the road, or an aggressive way or something, when I'm on that bike, I'll go, say, just go, which is a swear word. And maybe I'll give them a finger or something like that. Eat you, do anything criminal. I was just about to kiss you. I just wanted to eat her. Horrible.
Got your stuff. You're done. Can't keep it. Hang on to.
I know what it is. I don't take any nonsense. And I don't take any nonsense anyway. But when I'm on that bike, it's like I'm on a war horse full of armour and power and everything else. So, and when you're on a bike, you sort of should be riding more aggressively anyway. So when I'm on the cruiser with my arms wide open, my legs wide open, I do feel more wild, more free, more tough. But as I said, those are all elements of me anyway. Just trying to think if there's a bike which hasn't brought out something in me. And it's like with alcohol. You know, people say that you lose your inhibitions with alcohol. You will lose your inhibitions, but it will still always bring out something which is there. It's not going to suddenly turn you into something that you're not. And it's like that with the bike. Is it lending you these qualities or personalities which aren't normally there? Or is it bringing out parts of you which are there but you don't normally exhibit? Do you know what I mean? So, and you know, the way that people say about dog owners, and they look like their dogs. Do you look like your bike? This is a bike which expresses part of your personality. I mean, I suppose we all do as well. Sometimes I see bikes and I think, that is a horrible looking bike. That's what I think. How could anyone choose something like that? But we're all different. I mean, my XV1700, I love. As soon as I get it out of the shed and I look at it, I think, whoa. Just appeals to me in every single way. The sort of tough, I want to say manliness, but that's what it's like, really. But some people think, oh, what an ugly bike, or there's too much black and chrome, just totally insane. But as I said, we're all totally different. When I get on the Cafe Racer, I look at it and think, so beautiful. And I love that sleek, naughty, there's that word again, beauty of it. The point is that they bring out our personality, or when we're on them. We're talking about in another video of that sort of, you know, if you've got PTSD as I have, or something else, and then you get on the bike and it makes you feel free and yourself, and well, it's that sort of physical and mental freedom. What was I going to say about that? That's just sort of bringing out a part of you which, when you're on the ground or on your own 2 feet or something, you're not necessarily feeling. Maybe it's that whatever bike you get on, I've got on bikes where I thought, this is really horrible. I mean, that it's looked really horrible, and I have been quite embarrassed to be on it. But then you start riding it, and then you forget and think, it's just lovely to be riding a bike and to have that sort of speed and power and freedom at the touch of a hand. You like to have something that appeals to you aesthetically, but it doesn't just, it's like the bike, it will appeal to you aesthetically, but obviously it'll appeal to you practically and economically and mechanically and every other thing as well. So my cats are just being really mad today. They're always a bit mad. Is your bike like being drunk, bringing out your inhibitions? Or when you're on your bike, do you just feel absolutely yourself? But I do know, and I will say again, that when I'm on the cruiser with my abandoned, Teddy, what's the matter? With this sort of abandoned, Teddy, stop it! What's the matter with you?
We can go so far.
Just bad. So this is what's happening. I'm trying to fix this bike and my fingers are getting pecked by dinosaurs the whole time.